recording and hope everything goes well. So, how do I click to the next tab with this setup? Awesome. My name is Neil, and we're going to be talking about incident scenario. That's kind of like the whole goal of today's talk, with a little bit of web security thrown in, just because I've somehow pigeonholed myself into this niche of doing web. So all of my talk have a little bit of web now. But come with me. Oh, never mind. Sorry. The agenda, we're going to talk about like the intro to what our incident response scenario is going to look like. Then we're going to do a little bit of technology overview, catch everybody up so that we're not all kind of lost when we're doing our demo. The demo is going to be the meat and potatoes of our talk today. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of time, and I want you to, in your seats, like in the middle of the lecture, take some time and explore the VMs. I think it'll be really beneficial for everyone, and it should be a lot of fun, because after the demo, we're going to do some fun stuff with it. Sound good? Awesome. So, I want y'all to take a second, close your eyes if you need to, imagine something with me. You wake up at, 3 a.m., I think that's outlandish enough, to your alarms buzzing, phone ringing, you have one of those old rotary phones, and it's it's ringing off the wall. And you pick up, you're bleary-eyed, you're exhausted, and it's your boss. Now you work for CDRU Incorporated. This club has done really well. We take off, and now we run a incident response consulting contracting type of firm. And you are our number one incident responder. So we have called you at 3 a.m. Because someone got hacked. And now you are, again, bleary-eyed, like you're splashing water on your face, you're exhausted. You need to deal with this hack. Everyone cool? Now you're, again, you're pulling on your socks, you're trying to make a little bit of breakfast, you're sitting down at your desk, and you're calling the companies, so not CDRU Inc., not the contractor that you work for, but whoever is, using your services, because whoever's purchased your services. And he's panicked. He's like the IT guy, he's freaking out. He's like, oh my God, it's 3 a.m., we're getting hacked. One of our VMs is having some kind of technology issue, and we suspect a hack. So the details of it, what he's telling us, is that they have some edge device. It's just a virtual machine, or rather it's just a machine sitting somewhere on their network. It's not necessarily connected to anything like the rest of their business. They're a general technology company incorporated, right? Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. But they have some node running on their network, and it's seeing a lot of unusual traffic. Now this node has a very interesting set of technologies called a lamp stack. And that's kind of what we're going to be going over today. So you're being given SSH access into this machine, this server, that has this lamp stack running on it, and it's kind of your playground from there. So what we're going to be trying to do is we're going to be figuring out, how they got in, what is compromised, and patching out compromise, because as far as we know, they're still under attack. Now this panicked IT guy, he tells you that the server was set up by an intern, and you don't know how it's been configured. He doesn't know. Nobody knows. But the intern, he quit. He's happily put his internship on his resume, and he's left the company in this bad position. So, let us talk about the lamp stack. Can anyone take just a hazard a guess at what L stands for? Not you. Shout it out, actually. Oh, really? Yeah? Lizard? You know what? You got the first two right, so I'll take it. Linux, that's the operating system that the lamp stack is running on. Think of this, I have a really cool graphic in a sec, but the operating system, the base thing, is Linux. Then on top of Linux sits Apache. This is something that we use to serve web pages upwards. It's really useful. A lot of the internet is built on Apache. It goes way back. Security is, hit or miss, but just because it has been around for so long, pretty much everything is built on Apache. MySQL, exact same thing, or MariaDB, depending on, I know that there's some open source nonsense with the differentiating between these two, but it's, again, like a database, so you have this website, this web server, pages that are being served on Linux that connects to a database. Sec? Okay. And then finally, P stands for PHP. So think of whatever makes your web page dynamic, whatever gives it more than just HTML, that's PHP. And that's the lamp stack. It is very interesting, and you'll see why in a second. There's that little graphic. Linux is the OS. We've got Apache and MySQL running on it, and PHP at the top. Sick? Fantastic. And we can look back at that slide if anyone gets confused. I know that I'm up here lecturing, but given the nature of what we're going to be doing for our demo in a little bit, if you have any questions, please just blurt them out. So starting with Linux, this server is running on Linux, right? The one that we're incident responding on. And just by nature of running Linux, that comes with all of the Linux hardening, forensics, any type of like general forensics, as well as the website forensics. So we have like the OS kind of constraints everything. You know, if this is a Windows machine, then we'd have to be doing Windows hardening, Windows forensics, but it's Linux. So before we touch anything web related, maybe even anything like Apache related, any technology related, we do have to consider that the operating system is like that is the environment that we're working with. So that includes things like SSH keys, having insecure logins, some kind of backdoor, any outdated Linux packages, anything. Yes.
Cron jobs.
Yes, cron jobs. Fantastic. That's a non-exhaustive list. You could go on forever and ever about what the OS could have wrong with it. Yeah, cron jobs for sure. That actually goes a lot with like backdoors, because a lot of backdoors will be spawned on a timer. Okay, Apache. This is what serves our web pages, and it serves it from this directory. Don't have to memorize it, I'll put it up for y'all, but var www html is where the actual pages would exist. If they are HTML pages, then they'll sit as, you know, index.html. If it's a PHP page, well, I wonder why he'd mention that. It would be index.php, something like that, but they'd all sit in this directory. And then the Apache configuration, this is the service configuration, lives in etc apache 2 apache.conf. Depending on your version, it might look a little different, but you know, get rid of a 2 here or there, and that'll be the right path for it. And this is stuff like can users see pages that don't have like the right permissions to them? Do we serve all pages or just pages that have been published? Do we, give me another one. I think that might be it. I know there's one more that I had, but just anything that comes with us serving web pages. I would definitely check this because you might have a misconfiguration in the Apache config itself. And again, we're looking for like an outdated version. What if our Apache is, I don't know, 20 years old and there's a ton of CVEs for it, or any misconfigurations? Any questions? Okay, awesome. I'm blazing through these slides. You guys really want to get to the demo, huh? So, MySQL, this is the database schema. It's accessible by just going onto whatever is running your MySQL application. So whether that is your, you know, if it's in a Docker container, if it's just running on the OS itself, you type MySQL U, user is root, and then password is whatever password is given. And you'll probably find that in whatever documentation. If you were like actually forensicating something, they'd give you the logins more than likely. This clicker isn't working as well as I really wanted it to. Okay, cool. This is like our crown jewels of the whole system. Again, it depends on what is stored in this database, but more than likely, especially if we're working for a web page, you've got things like customer data, customer logins, maybe you have their email and their name and their phone number, and hell, maybe bank account info. There are regulations on how you have to store the data, but I mean, an intern set it up. Who knows how it's stored? So you really don't want this getting out, and if it is gotten out, you want to make sure that it is secure, or rather that you can, like, you know, block it off for anything future. And again, misconfigurations for every technology that we list ever, not just this presentation, ever. Look for an outdated version, look for CVEs because they do exist, and you should have things updated. And finally, PHP. So PHP is one of those funny acronyms where it's recursive because programmers love recursive acronyms. So say it with me. PHP, H stands for, come on, you can say it. Oh wait, hold on, it's not clicking. This is not working well at all. Whoops, sorry, wrong one. Hypertext processor. So the first word for PHP is PHP. We all understand what that means. I don't have to go any further into what PHP is. We just can tell from that. Fantastic. So glad y'all are smart. Just kidding. Think of JavaScript. You know, you have you hit inspect element on any web page, and you see, you know, your HTML, your CSS, and then your JavaScript. Think of PHP as JavaScript. Like, everybody that loves PHP would kill me for that. But think of it as JavaScript, except JavaScript is client side. So you hit that inspect element, and you can see the JavaScript for the page. PHP is server side. you won't be able to actually see what is running on your browser. It is all run in like the back end from our server. This means that it's good for hiding any logic that we want to hide, but it also makes it a little harder to debug. Now, don't think that PHP and JavaScript are like mutually exclusive. They're not. In fact, in our box today, we'll see some PHP that is running some JavaScript code. Just keep that in mind. Now, the reason that, well, hold on, real fast. The reason that we're talking about PHP is something like, I might even be underestimating this percentage, but something like 80% of all web applications run on PHP, and around that same percent runs on this LAMP stack. Why? I mentioned it earlier, but it's old. A lot of the internet works on it, and it just works. Why would we update? It's also pretty lightweight. It also really sucks, and people love using technology that's just terrible. But what we're looking for is something like a SQL injection. Again, the PHP interacts with our database, so if the PHP is misconfigured, it opens us up for a SQL injection. Something like a cross-site. PHP can run JavaScript. PHP does the logic for a web page. We could have something that is, well, for an example, a stored cross-site scripting. Maybe some JavaScript gets run, and then it gets executed whenever another user looks at it. Just an example, random example out there. Maybe the PHP is giving us errors that we can see that we shouldn't. For example, we try and use a payload, and it tells us exactly, oh, well, you can't use admin. You have to use root for this. And then we can see, exactly what the backend logic is. Or something like broken access control. Does anyone know what the OWASP top 10 is? Shout it out. Tell me.
Top 10 most common web vulnerabilities.
Exactly. Do you know what number 1 is for 2025?
I think
It's broken access control. For every single web page that OWASP tested, they're researchers, cybersecurity researchers, every single web page that they tested had some sort of broken access control. This is just logical in the back end, or maybe it was improperly handled. But definitely look for that wherever you're trying to harden a web server. And again, we are trying to prevent the attack and or mitigate it while it's happening in this scenario. Okay, so to recap, Linux, we have to harden the OS. Apache, this is stuff that is serving the web pages. Check for the misconfigurations in these 2 locations. MySQL, this is like our client information, the logins. We really don't want this to get leaked. Keep the database as safe and secure as possible. And all of that kind of culminates into PHP, where all of this is managed. And it also is the actual web pages itself. So let's say we have a login.php. That would be, the PHP itself, which might be vulnerable, but the PHP might be connecting to the database in that login form, and that might have an error as well. Sick? We're all following? Fantastic. Now, perfect. I sped through it. We have plenty of time. So what I'm going to do is we have set up the virtual machines. I want y'all right now, I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes, log in, and just see what you can do. Now, I know that not all of us are professional forensigators. In fact, I would hazard to say that most of us are not professional forensigators. It's just 15 minutes. I really, really encourage everybody in this room to pull up a laptop and give it a shot. Even if you have no clue, like you're like, I've never used Linux before, I really, truly don't know what I'm doing. That's okay. Pull up ChatGPT, talk with your neighbor, give it 15 minutes of effort. It sucks. If it sucks, it sucks, But you will learn at least something in those 15 minutes. And then afterwards, we'll do something really fun with your semi-hardened boxes. Yes?
So where do we get the website?
I think it is that first link up there, the CDRU PVE.
Do you have to type it in?
Yeah.
It should be in the Discord. Yeah, and then if you scroll up, it should be in like somewhere. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Should have 20, so pick a number between 0 and 20 and try. If you see the mouse moving, choose another one. Hopefully nobody collides too bad. If they're not showing up, yeah, I will set the timer in 20 minutes, or in a few minutes when we get set up. And just to let y'all know, the fun little activity that we're doing after is, again, we're going to give you 15 minutes. I really want you to try and harden the boxes and see if you can find out how the attackers got in, because we are doing a little bit of forensication as well. After these 15 minutes are up, I'm gonna ask for your IPs, and then I'm gonna drop some like payloads onto your boxes. So we'll get to see a live demo of the attack. Are y'all able to get in? Sick. I'm gonna set the timer and I'll start walking around and seeing if anyone needs help. Say that again? Yeah. You guys are logging out the VMs. Use the member account with password 123.
I don't think the Linux user.
Okay.
I see you're not doing the demo. Did you not hear what I said about at least giving it a shot? You want to get them fast and tell them what you did? Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. I don't want to embarrass somebody else. I think you'd be embarrassed. I'll be there. I think you'd be embarrassed.
Wait, what is it? Wait, what do you have to do? Yeah, I think you do.
Oh, you know what?
You have to do the demo version.
Okay. Breaking my heart. What is the show you're on?
Oh, they got that one. That's a good start. Are you running this one?
On your phone. Well, I respect the dedication. I respect
Yeah,
that.
we also have a Python running on. It's a little light.
So it's in mine.
There's added forensics now.
That's not good.
Oh no.
As you might know, I'm a very dedicated member of this club.
Mhm.
Would you happen to have the QR code, which I missed because I was late?
Of course, yes. You think you can wait for a little bit? I don't have it
Yes.
on it right now. I don't want to move this yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much shadow.
What? Don't kill Jim from finance. He's the GOAT.
guy training our intern, but still.
What if I just say, the password is password one time.
We're gonna.
Yes, to the member account. Yeah.
That is insanely insecure.
No, but you know the intern put it up. It's okay.
Walking out of breach.
I think it might be better to just change the SSH method to.
CDRU. We're gonna look at my SSH. No authorized registry. Let's see if anyone here.
Hmm.
The pseudo problem?
No. The,
Oh. Aw. So sweet. Oh. Okay. We do have an HR. It just doesn't stand for human resources. Y'all have about 8 minutes left.
What?
Yeah, it's just not enough to get done in 15 minutes, I don't think. Hmm? Do you want more than 15 minutes? Sure. Yeah, we have plenty of time. I sped through my slides.
Yeah. Give us until like 15 minutes before. Like,
Sure. Mm-hmm.
I'm just deleting yours. I don't care.
I just watched them.
Yeah, I wanted to take some time to like walk through it, but absolutely.
What did you just disable login?
User multi-capital A. Like, yeah.
What's for disabling login?
Capital.
Oh. For disabling login?
Rating's the goat.
Just has exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Where I'm almost certain there has to be a rewalker somewhere.
Mm.
Where is this one?
Oh, I wonder if he can find it.
I did see authorized keys on the desktop.
On the desktop, I guess.
Oh no, there's a public key just on your home. That's fine. So it's a public key.
No. I was here for that.
I think it's fine.
If it's just in your home directory. Yeah.
Oh no.
Ruby has like
Is the README in there? Don't look at it. Why is the README in there? I swear I removed it. Where is it?
it's just in the website demos.
Oh.
No way.
Whoops. I don't look at it.
Don't read the read.
That intern, man. It's almost like they.
Oh my god, yeah, that intern. Why is there a... Oh my god, because I was testing stuff out. That README is outdated anyway, but still don't read it, please. It would spoil the fun. 100%. He's read all of it, copy-pasted, like, fixed everything.
So how do we start the PHP server?
It should already be running. If you just open up Firefox and go to login, or sorry, localhost, then like a /login.php, should automatically be running, I hope. Braden, could you, or whoever's up here, could y'all give me your IP real fast?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not ready, but I'm not ready.
Oh, no, I'm just to test that I can connect to it.
10.0.0.62.
Dot, last one? Last octet? 6.2? Okay, awesome, I can ping you. That's all I wanted. Don't worry.
I made sure to actually turn off the firewall.
Yeah, shoot, I should have said something about, hey, like, don't shut off your network, because then I can't attack you. Oh well.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I'm just gonna enable the firewall and only allow like 40.
Well, yeah, that's the right thing to do. Yeah, but then you have to allow 22 as well, or else you'll log yourself out. Oh. But you're SSHing into your box right now. Stick to the. Yeah.
now I'm gonna check services to make sure there's
And then if you go to /login with .php, that should be something as well. You're given.
Oh, there's a flaw. There's a flaw. Well, I guess it's your own fault. Use the sequence.
Put another
There's
That's like look at the entire site file.
I fear this front row right here. I think y'all have fully figured it all out. How are you feeling?
I've mastered the art of pretending to know what I'm doing.
Let's go. But see, remember, whatever you do, it's counting as learning. It's important.
maybe I shouldn't have.
Let me see if I can ping him.
Maybe I shouldn't have. Can it ping me or not?
Yeah, I can ping you. You're fine.
Okay. Now is that because it just wiped out on my firewall and restarted?
Well.
I suppose I'll find out.
Okay. So Arturo, how's the web security going?
I haven't even gotten to the web security stuff.
Yeah, I looked at it
probably also going
What makes you say that?
They're like, we're like endangered.
They wouldn't do that. Don't even look for it. It's okay.
In the SQL schema, there's just like a password field.
Yeah. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So time's up. That's 15 minutes. But who wants 5 more minutes? Okay, yeah, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
There's one. Oh, you changed the order. So that way you don't have to use nano.
Yeah, because they're also on the China.
Who's in my name?
That's a lot more than a common here.
So we're not going to code use your at-once service system. What is Anacron, bro? What? Run commands periodically. Okay, that makes sense.
What about equal board failure?
Yeah, let's shift this away from politics and towards web security, guys. Web security.
This has nothing to do with politics, okay? This is
Look, I feel like you could make the argument that panda eugenics falls more on like the politics to web security.
okay, it's killing a depend. What political party would support that? That's who's taking my vote.
Oh goodness. Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately. I need to make this a presentation.
Yeah, dude, get up here. What are you doing?
Honestly?
That's a good one.
Neil, what if I actually?
Huh?
What if I?
I don't know. How would I know?
President, I will give a CSG fire talk on why pandas deserve to die, or at the very least why we should not sustain them. Let them live and die like they do, and maybe if they reverse their pathetic ways and they live, okay, then they've proven to Mother Nature that they deserve your homework. Your homework, do our homework, do our project. Have you accepted the GitHub repo invitation? No. That's what I thought. Don't speak to me.
Oh no. Oh, you checked my comment. Yeah, I did earlier. This is not. I agree. That is still a bit. Why is it it's just supposed to be. Kind of just I wouldn't know that because I use BTR best, so I don't touch. Who are you?
He has lost the plot.
We're just gonna. We're just gonna go.
Either of y'all actually looked at the PHP itself? Have y'all gotten around there? That's crazy. I did say that. You're right.
I just read it. Honestly, valid.
You did what? No. Awesome. You've got 40 seconds. Yeah.
40 seconds.
Yeah, 40 seconds. Yeah.
We don't know if the attack is still ongoing, right?
The attack is fully still ongoing. But
It could be.
no, like it is. Like I'm telling you right now, and you'll find out in a sec.
No. There's only one person who knows if they're still attacking.
Well, you'll through the forensics, you'll see that like data was exfiltrated. You can assume that like they might still have persistence, probably they fully still have persistence in the system. That's not an assumption. You just know that they're still in here because I mean no one's kicked them out.
Just Samba stripper.
All right. That is time, everyone. So can I get raise of hands? No judgment. Can I get a raise of hands? Who actually pulled it up and tried it? Awesome. Can I start from, let's say, that corner over there? Can you tell me, just type IPA into your terminal, IP space A, and tell me the IP address of your virtual machine? If whoever has done it. It should be the number that starts with a 10. It should be like 10.0.0. something. Hmm?
Oh, it is prepared.
Do you want me to say it?
Yes, just shout it out at me, please.
It's 10.0.0.54.
54. Okay, perfect. I just need that last number, 54. Thank you. Okay, who's next?
5-8.
Okay, hold on. Wait, this I don't know if I can do the entire room in here, but I'd like to try. Okay, who's next?
Do you have copies of that script?
6-2.
6-2. I have 6-2. Did you catch your IP? Skip? Okay.
My IP is 5-7.
5-7. There's like roughly a pattern. Maybe I could just iterate by every one. I don't feel like it. Next. Say that again? 5-3.
I remember this.
I mean, you could go from 0 to 2 to 5.
Yeah, I could. See, my only issue is I really don't want to like waste time scanning on others, like blank networks, because I don't have like. It's not that I made the script, okay? Arden, IP.
Can you just throw it to Claude real quick?
But what's your IP, my friend? Okay. Who else? What was your IP?
I typed in IPA, but it's not installed.
IP and then space A.
Oh.
Or no, it's not the root part. You gotta
24.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
forget what it was. I remember doing this.
Okay, who's next? Anyone in that row? Yeah, what was yours? 61? Awesome, thank you. Oh, my Vim is lagging. Oh no. Third row? In the corner? Did y'all have an IP? Oh, okay, no worries, no worries. None of y'all did it? Oh my goodness. Say that again? 55? Okay, cool. Oh my goodness. Anybody else? Anyone that I haven't got to that wants to be attacked? They want your machine to be tested? No one? Okay, that's fine. Yes. 6-3? Sounds good. Okay. Let's hope it takes less than a few minutes to run this. Let me pull it up onto so y'all can see. Oh no.
I never saw
Okay, so right now we are SSH'd into a C2 machine. Just think of it as like an attacker machine on the same network. Yes. Yes, of course. And what we're gonna do is run a cute little attack script that I've written. Let me make sure that it's all okay. Yeah, that's good enough. And see hopefully it doesn't take 5 minutes, and see which of your machines pass which tests. Now, okay, instantly, a couple of y'all lied about your IPs? I don't know. Or maybe I typed them wrong. That'd be worse. Who was 5'3"? No one? You were 5'3"? Oh, wait, dude. It's not your machine. You didn't lie about your IP. You shut off your firewall. Huh? Oh, that was almost like comedic timing. Do you want to shut off the white lights? You can.
I thought we had another power outage.
Yeah, I was about to say like, whoa, that's crazy. I summoned power outages. Yeah, you're DQ'd if I can't ping your machine. That's the thing that's going through right now. Yeah.
Oh, I was 66.
You were 66? Well, I really do hope that at some point it goes through. Hello. Yes, what's up?
Why are you disqualified if the hacker can't access your machine?
Neither can anybody else. Let's say you got a call at 4 a.m., right? And remember, guys, hey, the initial scenario, you get a call at 4 a.m. Now that's 4 a.m. for you, but in Hong Kong, markets just opened. People need to be using your website. You're a provider. Let's say that you give login access to people that, use e-banking, right? Now all of e-banking in Hong Kong is down. Hell, maybe even in the world. So that's really not an ideal scenario. And for that, I'm going to unfortunately have to disqualify you. Now, I also think that my laptop just lost its Wi-Fi connection. Yup. Sorry, I heard a silly question, and I'm not going to answer it. It's running through... Oh, that's interesting. I think it's because I lost power. One sec. Or lost Wi-Fi. It like blipped for a sec. Yeah, we run it back. We run it back. It's okay.
Okay, so I was 66, not.
There we go. That's much better. We're actually going through them now. It should ping. I'll tell you all what we should see. It should ping everybody's devices, so it'll test for connectivity. The idea, again, behind that is, you are working on something that is like a critical infrastructure. It needs to stay up. So it'll ping it, and if it's up, then it'll run a series of, I believe, 5 exploits. If it doesn't work with our huge sample size, we'll cut it down to like 3 or 4. But before I tell you all that, can someone just walk me through what y'all saw? Anybody, shout it out. Yes.
SQL injection.
Yes, there was a SQL injection. Fantastic. That's exactly what I was going to say. So there was a SQL injection. The way to properly interface with SQL from something like PHP is to use a prepared statement. So it, in layman's terms, it connects to the database, and then it does like the transaction instead of just sending it in plain text down to the database. And yeah, there definitely was a SQL inject. Did you notice anything else about the SQL?
Well, I tried to. I remember seeing one place where you could put in a series of characters inside of the password of the email.
Yeah.
And I tried doing it with like some stuff I found online, but nothing worked.
No worries. I think you said something about the database, though.
Yes, the passwords are stored in plain text.
Yes, if you looked at the database itself, all of the username, passwords, everything was stored in plain text. So if someone was able to do a SQL injection, they would see all of the login information right there in front of them. What else? There was a whole bunch. There was a whole bunch. Anyone else?
Jim from finance.
Jim from finance. What about him?
He exists.
He's a great guy.
I know he's a great guy. He probably trained our intern, but principal of least privilege,
Yeah, there were a whole bunch of accounts, or I think like just 2, but still, that those accounts had like full access to everything. They had root access. Yeah.
Root access.
I believe so. Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Ooh. Okay. Anything else?
There was this Python file running on /op/something.
Uh-huh.
Kind of just gave you a shell.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, yeah?
It just gave you a shell.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah, no, it fully did. What do you think that is? Do you think that's intentional? Do you think that might be something else?
Looks like a back door.
Oh, it is a backdoor. Fantastic. It sounds like y'all like picked up on most of it. So let's start from the top. There was a couple that were fully unreachable, but who can we pick on?
Me.
You. Which one are you?
6'2".
6'2". Okay, cool. So, for Braden's example, let me zoom in a little more. I don't know how easy it is to see. We were able to ping him. His host was up. Now he did not disable root SSH. So.
Yeah, I heard about the one at the bottom of the file.
Uh-huh. You just ignored it. So one sly thing that the attacker did is there is a SSH config, SSHD config, and normally things are commented out when they're like enabled or disabled by default. So you'll see something like root login and then no. And that was properly commented out, but the very last line at the bottom of the file said root login yes, and that tells our SSH configuration that yes, people are allowed to log in as root. And wouldn't you know it, the root password was? Oh, I heard someone say root. Yeah, it was root. Another thing. Well, actually, no. So he turned off my user, right? What'd you do for that?
I just did sudo usermod -L.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So he either locked my user or changed the password for the user because for the SQL injection. Well, let's get to that. This is the listener. So you shut off the Python listener that you were talking about?
Yeah, I put up a firewall and open port 80, 443, and 22.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, or you could have like turned off the listener that was sitting there and listening.
Yeah.
Now, for the SQL injection, I used a really cool tool called SQL Map. It helped me abstract a bunch of it. But you can see that when doing a SQL injection on the website, so even though you had everything blocked off, you had the website open itself, an attacker could reasonably run a SQL injection and see that, oh, Jim from finance, his password is, I'm not going to read that out loud, I'm recording. Huh? Thank you, Nick. Say it a little louder so the camera can...
I fucking love money.
That was Jim from finance's password, yes. And then again, there's a cross-site script test, which comes to the next payload, which we were able to do a stored cross-site scripting attack on the login and the dashboard.php, and that means that we were able to get the token of anybody that logged in and viewed the dashboard.php. So someone that had access to it, like an admin, we could get their cookie for their session and then log in as them. Now, did anybody figure out any forensics on the attack?
What's that cute cat?
Oh, that was just the dashboard. Good. I'm glad that you looked at the website. I feel like a couple of people did look at it.
I tried to, I was actually kind of curious if you put like anything in like the hex edit of it.
Oh
That
no.
would have been cool.
That would have been crazy. Well, so I'll walk you through the kill chain of what happened, because we all figured it out, right? So there was a SQL injection, and SQL had plain text. So somebody that was running just a scan on our website saw that, oh my god, Jim from Finance password is plain text. So they logged in as the user, Jim from Finance, and you'll see if you go into Jim from Finance and you look at the history, I think, you can see that they logged in as Jim from Finance. Jim from Finance has admin password, or admin login. So he was able to escalate himself to root. And then from root, he set up a listener and a backdoor. So that means that he has persistence. Even if we patch the website, the attacker is still able to get in. And you might need Wireshark for this, but I had previously done a trace root somewhere on the root file system. I'm forgetting what. I think it might be an opt, maybe just an opt. But there's a trace root dump of him taking and exfiltrating all of the data from our SQL. Sick? Okay, awesome. Does anyone want to see how they did? We just focused on Braden, but it seems like most of y'all...
5'7".
5'7"? One of these is Arturo. I think it might be this guy.
Oh, I think you just passed.
Oh, sorry. 5'7"?
5'7". Let's go. That's the only things I didn't look at.
Yeah. You have to look at the website to figure those out, right? But if you look at the PHP, I even left like a little comment, like, this doesn't look right. Yeah. Oh, who's 6'7"? No? Not 6'7"? Well, you did pretty good. Oh, wait. Dude, I think 6-7 is Arturo. I think that's the W one that I put down. Let me check. 6-7 was my test. Never mind. Still, whoever was 6-7, you did really good.
I think there's
What
another
about
one that did
6'3"?
pretty well. if you want.
6'3" didn't.
5'8".
Oh, nice. 5-8, anyone? Was that you? Did you shut it all off?
Yeah, I shut.
Okay, you didn't say anything. Oh my goodness, congrats, man. I don't have anything for you. I was thinking of bringing like a little trinket or something, but after this lecture, I'll give you a crisp high five. Yeah? Okay, perfect. I think that's all. If anyone has any questions about how this is done, as for remediation, I don't want to sit here and like look at terminals and like bog y'all down with it. If you look at my GitHub, it's also posted in the CDRU Discord. It has a reflection of everything, like how you would remediate, what line is the issue, and what an attacker would do with it, like what the vulnerability is. But if that is all, then any questions? No, it's a different one. Yes, ask away.
What file was the root access that you're talking about?
It's the SSH access. It's forgetting the exact path for it, but it should be sshd underscore config.
It's in Etsy SSH.
Etsy SSH. Another question? No? Awesome, fantastic. Well, I think it's exactly 8, so y'all have a wonderful weekend / Friday.
I fucking love money.
Yeah, I fucking love money.